So our co-main event, right? We have got oh, what has happened here? Dear, oh bloody dear. Yes, we have got Sharabutdin Magomedov, aka Shara Bullet, against Michel Pereira. Oh, main event, people. And not a bad fight, right? Not a bad fight at all. Oh boy, it's one of those ones which you think, yeah, like especially when you know what I mean. Shara has had, he's come up against some tough times. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, okay, right? Because if it was Shara at the beginning and he's murking everyone, you'd go like, no, I don't know. It feels like this could be unfair, but as it is, it's just like, actually, yeah, this could be, you know. So Shara, he's 32, 6'2", 73-inch reach, 16-1 overall pro record. Okay, so he's 5-1 in the UFC. He fought 3 times for Fight Night Global. He's currently on a 1-fight win streak. And yeah, we saw him last time beat Marc-Andre Barrier via unanimous decision. That was the 26th of July this year. No, sorry, last year. Because it's not July yet. So, boy, that was fight of the night, right? That was fight of the night. Before that, his first loss against Michael Venom Page. That was the 1st of February last year. So, yeah, sometimes he doesn't fight that often. You know, he mainly kind of, and this is an interesting one because he usually only fights in, before in Saudi Arabia, but now he's gone to Azerbaijan, which is interesting because there were times when the decision, you know what I mean? You're just like, did he win that? Right? Or was it a favorable crowd? You know? Yeah, so this will be an interesting one. As I say, he started in the UFC, right? Made his UFC debut against Bruno Silva on the 21st of October 2023. And so only fought once that year. In 2024, he actually fought 3 times, which is big. Only fought twice in 2025, though he did do some grappling. He fought Arman Tazoukian and Edson Barboza. Like, both smaller guys, technically, than him, which is kind of a crazy one. Both ended in draws. Which, yeah. Like, it's modified grappling. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means, but that's what he competed in. Like, likes a lot of kicks, right? He likes a lot of flashy moves. And what's crazy about Bullet is the fact that he's blind basically in one eye. I think he can see shadow or maybe certain movements or that kind of thing, but essentially blind in one eye. You know what I mean? So it is impressive. And because he's kind of got that karate style, so that's all jumping in and out, right? Like, I have no depth perception, so I don't even know how the fuck he does. You know what I mean? That's like, wait, how does that? That's not fair, right? But that's the thing. So that's what makes him, you know what I mean, impressive. And he is good, right? It's not that he's terrible. Right, now, his takedown defense, it has improved some. Right, those early fights, and he's getting taken down all the time. It was just the fact that he could then murk you once on the feet. But there are things he does need to work on. And I think this will be an interesting test, right? Because it will let us know, has he worked on those things, right? What's the situation here? So, Michel Pereira, right, Demoldier, he's 32, 6'1", 73-inch reach. 32-14 with 2 no contests. Okay, so it's a good match because he's also coming off of a win. Right, he's 10-5 in the UFC. Yeah, he beat Zach Reese by a split decision. I did think Reese had won that fight. Right, it was one of those ones where you're like, I don't know. Like, it wasn't necessarily a robbery, but I did think Reese had won. Right, so that was on the 21st of February this year. Before that, he lost to Carl Dukas. Right. And Dukas knocked him out in the first, which does also show you how good the Bo Nickel win was. Because Dukas, he's no chump, right? And since being back in the UFC, he's been fucking impressive. So yeah, you know what I mean? He stopped Pereira, right? And yeah, Pereira had been on a bit of a skid, right? He lost to Anthony Hernandez, then Abus Magomedov, and then Dukas. So he needed that Reese win because he may have got the cut otherwise, right? It's funny because I do remember when he first came to the UFC, right? He was flashy and, all crazy things. Beat Danny Roberts in the first round, right? But then it was, he missed weight. And then he fought Tristan Connolly, right? And the funny thing, Tristan Connolly used to, he worked for EA. He had been working on the UFC computer game. You know what I mean? I believe that was the story with Tristan Connolly. And he was a lot smaller. So the fact that Connolly beat her was crazy. Right, he lost to Diego Sanchez because he threw the illegal knee. Because he was very reckless at the beginning. He used to gasp because he threw too much craziness and everything like that. But I think we have definitely seen him calm the style down. Right, be a lot more efficient in there. And yeah, although I did think Zachary Reese beat him, I think we are seeing a better Michel Pereira. And that pair, I think, could give Shara some problems. Right? Definitely could give Shara some problems. Though I will say, right, although I do believe that, I do think that Shara is just... he has more weapons. I think he has more weapons than Pereira. So I do imagine Shara winning this fight. Though I do, as I say, I think Pereira could prove a lot of problems, could prove a lot of issues for him if he approaches the fight in the right way. It does kind of depend on what Pereira turns up, as I don't necessarily think it was the best Pereira against Reese. So I think that will be very interesting. But yeah, I'm taking Sharabutdin for the win.